Alright, so this is probably the newest song to rank this high on my favorite songs list of the last 20 years. And I'll explain the reason, so don't get crazy. I know you're like, really? That's way high to be ranked. I know, but there's a reason. Yes, number 20, Fun's We Are Young. Now, I know this song just came out recently, right? So why are you saying that I should rank this on my top 100 at number 20? That's far ranking, right, Aaron? And I will say yes, it is very high ranking, but it's because it's one of the most relatable songs on here, and it's such a good song, and I loved the lead singer, I can't remember his name right now, it escapes me, but anyway, his stuff that he did with the band, The Format was such a great band, and they had great songs, and then the first Fun album was great, but the new Fun album is so good. Some Nights, such a great album. And the song We Are Young, even though it's like one of the most popular songs of the last year, it deserves to be this far on my list because it is so good and it is just done so well. And it is so fun. Yeah, that's all. Okay, and then number 19 is Tonic's If You Could Only See. Tonic, great band. If You Could Only See, a song that has deeper and significant meanings to me as well. Takes me back to glory days and nostalgia and high school girlfriend and all that good stuff. And it's just such a good song. You have to listen to it over and over again until your eyeballs pop out of your head. But they won't. They'll stay in there because they're comfortable, because the song is so soothing and relaxing. I also love the Tonic song You Wanted More, which is another great one. I almost interchanged them, but then I thought, wow, I'd be stupid to do that, because If You Could Only See is so much better than You Wanted More. Yeah. Okay, and at number 18, New Found Glory's Dressed to Kill. And New Found Glory, one of my favorite bands, just a great punk band, and probably one of the best punk bands on the scene today, and they just keep getting better and greater, and you got one of the best guitar players in Chad Gilbert, but I must say that Dressed to Kill is their best song, and if anybody wants to disagree with me, well, I will show you the door. I will. And then I will encourage you to open it and leave. And number 17, another one of my favorite bands. They just keep churning out music after a 3 or 4 year hiatus, and I love to see it. And number 17, we have Yellowcard with Breathing. What can I say about Yellowcard? I love Yellowcard, and a lot of people say, well, their songs sound alike. Well, you know, yeah, they do, because they're the only band that I can think of that sounds like they do and has a violin player in their songs. I mean, it's original music, and if it's going to sound the same, it's because they have a violin player in their song, and you will instantly, you know, relate them, put them together, and go, violin player, Yellowcard. That's the band Yellowcard. And their song Breathing is my favorite song by them. That one actually took a long time to think of, because I have so many Yellowcard songs that I love, but when I lined them all up and listened to them, Breathing stands out for me, because you kind of need it to live. If you weren't breathing, you wouldn't be living, right? Yeah. Number 16, of course, another one of my favorite bands, Jimmy Eat World with a praise chorus. And not enough can be said about Jimmy Eat World songs from this particular album, but a praise chorus, probably my favorite song. Great lyrics. Everything about the song just makes you want to get up and watch, or sit down and watch a bunch of coming-of-age movies, because this is what the song is. It's a coming-of-age song, and it just takes me back, makes me kick off my shoes and dance. Praise chorus. So good. Alright, number 15 we have Taking Back Sunday's Liar. It takes one to know one. And I love Taking Back Sunday, I always have. I wasn't just like, oh my god, their first album is so good, and then they whatever. I love their first album, their second album, their third album, fourth album, fifth album, and I will love their sixth album. And all I can say is that their third album has my favorite song on it, Liar. It takes one to know one, with my favorite lyric, An Addict for Dramatics. And I even had a hat made and everything, and showed it to Adam, and he liked it. And So he was cool with me making a hat of his lyric from his song. So all I can say is that that song is my favorite song by them. Liar, it takes one to know one. So that's right. Alright, in at number 14, Foo Fighters, Everlong. And if Foo Fighters Everlong isn't on any of your best of lists of the last 20 years, then it needs to be, because this is one of the best songs of the last 20 years. And it's one of my favorites. And I never got hugely into Nirvana like everyone did. I tried to, and I respect them for what they did to music. They completely changed music. And, you know, it's such an important album, but my favorite thing about Nirvana is that Dave Grohl emerged from it and made this great band Foo Fighters, and we keep hearing great songs. One of the last true rockers to still be making music in this generation, and I think that Everlong is one of the best songs from this generation. I just do, okay? Deal. Okay, number 13, we have MXPX, and Tomorrow's Another Day. That stuck to my shirt. But MXPX, one of my favorite bands, of course. I mean, of course. And Tomorrow's Another Day, my favorite song by them, off of my favorite album, Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo. And, you know, a band that just keeps getting better. They were always really good, and then they just keep getting better and better and better. Their new album is amazing, and I'm excited every time I hear them. It's a band that can put me in such a good mood. And Tomorrow's Another Day, what great advice. If something's going wrong, then tomorrow's another day, you know, just get over it already. Gosh. What can I say? Alright, number 12, we have the band The All-American Rejects and Swing Swing. All-American Rejects, to me, they don't make a bad song. They really don't. There's not a song that I can go, man, that's a terrible song, because that's what they do. They take time to nurture their music until they release an album, which is why it takes about 3 or 4 years between albums. But their first really big hit, the first time I heard them, I heard Swing Swing, and I never heard a song like that before. It was such a catchy song. It was such a song that put me in a positive mood and gave me energy that I didn't have at the time, because this was before the energy drink era. And yeah, it's so good. Swing Swing. I could listen to that song for a long time without puking. Or drinking a glass of milk. None of that made sense. It's okay. Alright, number 11, a song that really doesn't match the types of songs on this list so far, but we have Gnarls Barkley's Crazy. And it's really something to be said about a song like that from another genre completely. I don't know what you would call it, whether you would call it dance, or whether you would call it R&B, or soul, or hip-hop, or rap, or combination of 50 different genres or whatever, but Cee-Lo is crazy like that, and so is Danger Mouse, and when he put them together, it's a dangerous combination. But crazy, how can you say that's a bad song? You can't, and that's why it's number 11 on my list of my favorite songs of the last 20 years. It would be crazy to leave that song off this list, is what I'm trying to say.